the Zone here, and a hot topic for folks who are maybe on the market for a new house. There's been a recent decline in mortgage rates.
Listen.
So what could that mean for real estate markets? And we've got TTR Sotheby's International Realty founder of the Burr Group, Corey Burr, joining us. We also have our own in-house expert right here, Joe Claire. So tell me about this, because are mortgage rates really going down, Corey?
So they have. We're down about 0.5 point over the last 5 weeks, and it's really the oil that keeps the real estate engine cooking. I would say that our long national nightmare of 2.5 years of higher interest rates is coming to an end. Now, the Fed's going to be very moderate in bringing them down because they don't want to risk having interest rates get out of the bag again, but I think we're on the right side of the mountain.
Okay, with that being said, I know one of the jammed up parts of this entire thing is that there's not enough inventory. Therefore, when you do find a home, you're competing against people who are trying to do anything to get their hands on a home. For the average buyer, what does this percentage point coming down mean?
So, since the pandemic began, buyers have asked me, what's it going to take to get more of a buyer's market? And we're really at that point right now. We're seeing slightly more inventory, we're seeing less competition, and we're seeing more affordable interest rates, and with the prospect of rates going down further in the next couple of years. So, yes, there's still competition for the best properties that are in the best location, priced really well, but for buyers right now, it's a pretty darn good time relative to the last 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
All right, Corey, so is this kind of a trickle before the flood? Because we saw a candidate and former President Donald Trump kind of signal to the Fed he didn't want any changes before the November election, but they very well may make some changes that would have an impact on these mortgage rates, perhaps making it even better for buyers. Are we expecting kind of more flood-like change?
Well, I don't think it's going to be a flood of interest rate reductions from the Fed. I do think they're going to make a move at least once before the election. But I think that at some point in the next 12 months or so, we're going to be talking about a much slower growing economy. Really, it's a Goldilocks situation because there's still going to be moderate job growth. Rates will be moderating. But I think the economy is going to be doing pretty well still. So it sure would be nice to have a long stretch of time when we're not having to deal with a global pandemic or its aftermath.
I know that's right. Last question. You wouldn't happen to know any of those banks that still have us down at like 3%, would you? do you know any of those? I mean, you might know. I don't know if you know, but maybe you might know. You might have a secret bank or something.
I'll tell you there's one, and that is some VA loans are assumable. So for those military families who are selling, there's a possibility that along with their house, they can give to a buyer a lower interest rate mortgage that might be more in the 3 range.
Gotcha.
The assumable mortgage, we've told you all about it here on Fox 5.
Exactly.
But we're still doing it.